Live from Radio City Music Hall, no more. The NFL Draft has returned to its roots and is once again a traveling circus heading to cities around the country. The NFL Draft has now hit multiple venues since changing their course in 2015. Of course, the why is the ultimate question. Why has the NFL Draft returned to those roots and gone to different cities? The answer lies in the question. It is a return to the roots for the NFL Draft. Back before the merger of the AFL and NFL in 1964, the NFL Draft had been hosted in a variety of cities. 6 different cities had hosted, from Washington, D.C. to Seattle, Washington, and all the way down and in between. Midwest, West, it didn't matter. They had it multiple different places. Popularity grew for the local franchises, for the league itself, and ultimately for the players and teams they rooted for. When the then peak popularity reached in 1964 with the NFL-AFL merger, the NFL Draft headquarters moved to New York City, where it hosted the NFL Draft up until 2015, and most recently 9 consecutive years, the then famous Radio City Music Hall hosting the NFL Draft. Since then, a bidding was opened up for popular NFL franchise cities to host the NFL Draft at their home locations, their home venues. Aptly, the Chicago Bears won the 2015 bidding war. 2016 as well, Chicago Bears hosted. That was the last time prior to New York City hosting for 40+ years in a row that the NFL Draft was in any city not in New York City. Chicago hosting in '63 and then ultimately in 2015. So why have they continued to do it as well? Attendance skyrocketing, 2015, 2016, ultimately 2017, 2018. And now the NFL Draft has been in Chicago, Philadelphia, Dallas, Nashville, Cleveland, ultimately then future venues for Kansas City. The draft is in Las Vegas for the 2022 NFL Draft after a COVID year shortened the NFL Draft, making it virtual, the first virtual draft of its kind. The NFL Draft has become more than just the player selection meeting, and with popularity rising and attendance numbers continuing to grow, there is no stopping the NFL Draft now. It is coming to a city near you, much like the city that never sleeps. The NFL Draft is not stopping anytime soon.